Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Let's Play of Subnautica, and it's the first time I'm playing this game. I understand it's a survival crafting game that takes place under the sea. Played a bit of Minecraft before, so hopefully this won't be too dissimilar in terms of some of the game mechanics. Now this is an early access development build, so I will put a link to the Steam page in the description below, and you can check out the game on Steam, purchase it if you'd like, and hopefully should be a pretty decent game. Now in terms of the options, it's going to keep everything as is, apart from I've turned the quality down to recommended simply because my graphics card is not the best, but it should still look okay. Keys, I'll familiarise myself with those as play the game, so leave that the same. And with that in mind, I'll start a new game. Now, creative sounds too easy, hardcore looks too difficult to enjoy anyway. Freedom, probably not enough challenge. Survival seems to be the one to go for, so I'm just going to go ahead and load up the game.
In 3, 2, 1.
Well, that was fairly dramatic. There's a fire in my escape pod. I'll put that up before I choke to death.
Greetings, survivor. Great job not dying. to assist you in further survival in emergency situations. You have been issued this personal data assistant. The interface visible now will organize your inventory, display currently available construction blueprints, and holds other valuable information. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with it.
Okay, will do. So this looks like my inventory space. Already got some blueprints which I can craft, which is nice. If I had the required materials, that is. Situational assessment time T+3 hours since planetfall, life pod hull secure, and communications handily or offline. Got a voice log, photo album, and a data bank. So based upon that brief intro there, the ship that we were on experienced some difficulties, had to abandon ship in a life pod which contained seats for 2 people apparently, but in my selfishness I paid to have commandeered the vehicle for my own self. So I guess in a survival situation, needs must, every man, woman and child for themselves, I guess. So I'm going to look pretty strange holding this fire extinguisher everywhere, so I'm just going to put that away into my storage. Got some flares here, some filtered water, and also a nutrient block, so I'm sure those will come in pretty handy. Okay, so some systems are offline or failed, however the flotation device has deployed, luckily for us, and the hull integrity is okay. So we've got 3 power cells, all of them online, described as being self-charging, so I'm not sure whether that's solar powered or that's some other method. Damaged life pod system, which will require a repair tool, fabricator, medical kit fabricator, and a damaged communications relay. Now I suppose, well, we'll have a look at the fabricator. There's a branching menu here, all sorts of stuff that I can make once I've collected some basic materials. I guess we should have a look around. Okay, so the Aurora suffered catastrophic hull failure, cause unknown, 0 human life signs detected in a 100-meter range. So either everyone on board died or they were scattered beyond that 100-meter radius. At this point there's no way of knowing which of those scenarios is true. So environment is an uncharted ocean planet, oxygen nitrogen atmosphere, water contamination high. It's pretty lucky for me that there's oxygen and nitrogen in the atmosphere. Do seem to be some birds or some avian species in the sky. Rather large planet or a moon. Just the one star.
Attention, detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with ongoing degradation of the Aurora's dark matter drive core due to damage sustained during collision. Continuing to monitor.
Yes, it probably would have been a good idea to monitor that before the actual ship went down, but there you go. Yeah, so blue skies, white clouds, and no landmass to be seen. Life pods are equipped with a fabricator programmed to construct tools and render organic substances edible. It's great, looks like some kind of vent down below the surface there. And I guess we should just jump right in. Seems that another life pod landed almost exactly where we did, which is interesting. Right, life pod number 6. I wonder if we should take a look around. I guess the first thing to say is that my impressions of the underwater environment are that it does look very good. So the developers clearly done a brilliant job here. Not sure how you get in.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Right. An abandoned PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
So I'll take a look at that once I'm out of the water. Some radiation gloves there. Okay, so it looks like the occupant or occupants of this life pod weren't as lucky as I was. There seems to be a major breach. And so there's a radiation suit in here. Another PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
And apart from the fire extinguisher, that seems to be all that there is in the pod. So there's, by the looks of it, plenty of life in the oceans here.
Creature discovered.
Just grab the peeper. Pretty sure we can eat that at some point, or use it for crafting, not sure. I am being directed to break this limestone, so I'll go ahead and do that with my bare hands. Picked up some titanium. Seems to be some mineral growth. Yeah. Quartz. Not sure what we're gonna craft with that, but okay, so I'm being directed now to eat something. Got the nutrient block, so I'll eat that once we drop below 29% nutrition. Don't want to waste any of that. Okay, yeah, so there is
10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Looks like I'm gonna have to craft some sort of oxygen tank in order to stop me going up every 30 seconds or so, but there is a geothermal vent here, and pink fish.
New creature discovered.
Bladderfish. Okay, excellent. So yeah, gonna stay away from that vent. Now nighttime approaches. Now in Minecraft, when night approaches, all the monsters seem to come out.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Not sure whether that's the same in this particular game, but might be a good idea to get back to the pod at some stage. Do love the way that the plants and fish light up at night time. I believe that is a phenomenon that's called
10 seconds of
bioluminescence.
remaining.
The ocean does take on a slightly sinister appearance at night time. Who knows what lurks in the dark? It's interesting that the life pod was nearby, but there are no signs of human life inside or outside whatsoever. So what happened to the inhabitants is anyone's guess, I suppose. Wonder if we can collect some of these. Okay, so that's an acid mushroom. Looks like we can collect these. Writhing weed, can't collect that. Collected quite a bit at this point. These egg-like things here seem to be glowing. It's creep vine. These are creep vine seed clusters. Okay.
New blueprint acquired.
Right, so just by collecting this stuff, just unlocked something else to craft. It's nice.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
So there are these tubes that you can, coral tubes, that you can swim through, which is really nifty. I guess we can at this point get back to the pod.
Caution. Blood nutrient levels decreasing. Calorie intake recommended.
Sure thing. Okay, so I'm gonna eat the nutrient block.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Brilliant. Okay, so let's see what we can craft. Okay, so already new crafting
Caution.
items.
Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may cause a quantum detonation. Calculating risk assessment. Death by malnourishment, 7%. By physical injury, 11%. By exposure to radioactive crash site materials, 19%. If the drive core is breached, probability of death increases to 65%.
Well, that's good to know. Makes my situation seem all the better when you put it in those blunt numeric terms. Okay, so we can use the creepvine seed cluster to make silicone rubber, and also lubricant as well, which is naturally derived oil-based lubricant. Industrial applications, so personal applications I guess are off the menu. And we can use quartz to make glass. Make some more of that. Some more silicone rubber. And some more glass. Okay. Now, craft water using the bladderfish that we picked up. Gonna go ahead and do that. If I had bleach, I could make disinfected water, microorganism free. Okay. Peeper I can cook. Not that there's a need to do so at this moment in time. I have unlocked a tool which is air bladder. Haven't got the materials for that yet, but the survival knife has been unlocked. Now I guess not everything that we're going to encounter in sea is going to be friendly, so I'm going to go ahead and craft one of those. The weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Opraxis Prime. As an essential survival tool for 2.5 million years, the knife remains the only exception. Sorry about that. Hardy ha ha. Okay. So probably next on the hit list is a scanner, and eventually the repair tool and the flashlight also. I guess those make sense to make those first. So the scanner is for recording atomic level information on targeted entities. That requires battery and titanium. So to make a battery, we're going to need acid mushrooms, which we picked up just a moment ago, and also copper ore. So it might be worth looking out for the copper ore the next time. I am going to take a swig of water before I head out again. Oops, dropped it. Okay, try that again. There you go. Right, so we've unlocked 8 further blueprints. That's mainly stuff we can eat. And a current generator. It uses artificial gravity to generate convection current. A whole bunch of logs and some data downloads. Yeah, so those are the life pods that we picked up just a moment ago. So emergency recording number 1 at T plus 4 minutes. Okay, so this seems to be a record of a conversation between a crew member and a passenger in the life pod. Okay, so apparently the crew member is confirming that the rest of the crew are dead. So that's not great news. Recording number 2, T plus 27 minutes. Okay, so this doesn't seem to be too useful information. Some more information to help us get started here. Blah de blah de blah. Survival 101. Don't die. Information about the Aurora. Okay, so the mission was for the installation of some device with a 3-year operation time, which all ended in a matter of about 30 seconds. Crew, there was a command team of 23, an engineering team of 85, a support crew of 40, and passengers 9. Not sure what the 9 passengers were doing. Maybe they were along just for the thrill of the ride, who knows. Okay, so we already know that the Aurora sustained heavy damage in orbit of planet 4546b, which is a very catchy name, cause unknown, and evacuation data unavailable. Right. Okay, so it seems that it's light again outside, so I am gonna go back out. Wow, yeah, it does look very pretty. Okay, so there is some debris over here. I'm not sure if I can... Yes, I can collect that. I'm sure we can use that to salvage parts or materials.
10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Okay, so this object here seems to be a solar panel fragment, but I can't do anything with it at this stage. Picked up some lead when all I need is copper. I'm sure the copper is around here somewhere.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Okay,
Warning.
hopefully.
Local radiation readings exhibit characteristics consistent with total degradation of the Aurora's dark matter drive core. A quantum detonation will occur with a probability of 85.5%. Advise observing a 1 kilometer safety range.
1 kilometer. Okay, I'm not sure how far we are this moment in time. But if that thing goes pop,
10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I don't want to be close enough. Right, so I've already got the copper ore I was looking for. I'm not sure if I've got enough, but I'll continue collecting as much as I possibly can. Already picked up some silver, which is great. There's some very strange noises coming from afar.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Hopefully I don't have to find out what is actually making those noises, because it does sound quite sinister. Okay, so there are varying depths to the ocean floor. And I guess the deeper you go, the more oxygen that we're going to need.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Short-range scans suggest this grassy biome supports extensive biodiversity. Okay, so that can only be a good thing in a survival situation, I guess. Picked up some salt. Can use that to cook, maybe? I don't know. Right, that.
Emergency.
Ooh.
10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Am I gonna make it? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Oh good, everything's going dark. Ooh. No, that was close. That was very close. Clearly those depths are not the place for a novice like me. I'll just stick to the shallows for now. Wow, I do love the vibrancy in the range of colours down below.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab you as well. Oh, you're so... There you go. Made the mistake of turning around. And you, my friend? No, okay, you're gonna run away, which is fine. I am gonna grab you. There you go. I'm not had to use a knife so far, which can only be a good thing. More copper.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Hydration levels are 25%, so I may need to drink some water at some point. Well, I will need to drink some water, but whether that's now or I guess I can wait. Okay, so everything that I've collected so far has been quite close to the escape pod, so that's great.
Emergency. Seismic readings suggest a quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The central dark matter reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, so that was the end of the Aurora.
Caution. Dehydration detected.
Yeah, okay, let's get back. Now there was some clicking, which I assume was must have been a Geiger counter attached to my suit somewhere. Picked up the radiation that was emerging from that detonation. Hopefully hasn't affected us too much. Right. Okay, so the salt used for magnesium. Quartz for the glass. And the titanium from the metal salvage. And some more please. Got enough titanium to make an ingot, which will be useful for inventory management purposes, I suppose. Can make some copper wire with the copper ore. I'm going to make a battery. There you go. Whilst we're at it, why not copper wire as well? Okay, so there's a couple of options now in terms of what we can make. So flashlight or the air blender. Chemical reaction produces lighter than air gas for personal buoyancy. Is that useful? Don't know. Flashlight would be useful going out at night or in a dark cave. Also got the scanner as well. Handheld spectroscope scanner for recording atomic level information on targeted entities. Go ahead and make that one. Also unlocked waterproof locker and also a beacon which can be used as a navigation aid. Right. First thing to do, I guess, is to make some water because we are at the point of being severely dehydrated. Also cook the peeper as well.
Emergency. Severe dehydration detected.
Yeah.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Not quite right. Survival is the first order of business, as Captain James T. Kirk said in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. So let's
Vital signs
rehydrate.
stabilizing.
There you go. May have cooked one too many of these. Okay, great. So already we've been just with a short playthrough, we've just been able to craft a couple of useful things already. Got the knife and the scanner, which I should check out now, I guess. Yeah, so power 100%. It seems it runs on batteries. So once we get back out there, which will be the next episode, I'm going to start scanning things as well. Hopefully once we do that, we can pick up more information about the local habitat, No Man's Sky sort of way. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. This is the first episode of my Let's Play. Hopefully next time we'll be going out and building some more advanced things. maybe we can start to repair some of these damaged systems, and I'll see you next time.